That was the first time I ever had to engage a person on the top of a striker on the 50 cal. I had the dream of that guy was the ceiling fan, and his arms were the blades and his head was the centerpiece where the light would be. The first person I ever saw was the 50 cal guy. And that was my first experience with killing someone, but he was not shooting at us. He had a vehicle full of the ID, a V-bed. But in the back at the time, they had the, what's that chemical that you clean pools with?
Chlorine.
Chlorine, yeah. They had the back full of chlorine and explosives, like a chlorine bomb or whatever. That was their thing then. That was the first time I ever had to engage a person on the top of a striker on the 50 cal. And when I got the call to engage this guy, I was like, what the, why? And he's coming V-lining straight towards us in our convoy. And he's, maneuvering to come right at us. And I wasn't understanding what was going on. Never trained for that, And he's like, my PL slaps me on the helmet and he's shoot this mother, cussing me out. And I'm like, all right, put the sights on the hood of the car, this white car, and put the butterfly switches on it, the butterfly trigger, and skip the rounds, 9-round burst from the hood all the way into the driver's seat. And poof, he went, veered off the road. We got out and the assaulters did and, did their little SSE and investigated what had happened and found the explosives. And yeah, but when they opened the car, I remember him like spilling out the car.
How did that feel, knowing that you had just taken another man's life for the first time?
Did not make sense to me. It didn't make sense until I got back and I went to sleep. And that's when I had my first weird dream of, like, I didn't feel anything. It didn't feel real because it's not what I expected. I thought it was going to be like in the movies,
Big decision-making process.
Yeah. This was like, I'm not even being shot at. This guy's just driving at us at a high rate of speed. And I didn't train for that, And yeah, it was a weird feeling. I didn't have a disconnect. I didn't feel anything. But I went to bed that night and that's when I had the dream of that guy was the ceiling fan and his arms were the blades and his head was the centerpiece where the light would be. And he started spinning and I'm strapped to my bed and it's spinning faster and faster until his body like starts to rip apart in my room and he just soaks my room with blood and I'm like bathing in his blood and his face stayed still and was just screaming, but no sound was coming out. And that's when I was like, oh, I guess, I don't know what I just felt, I woke up scared, but I guess that was the first real moment where I had a chance to say to myself, man, I killed someone.